of this hill is a place where magic happens every day. My name is Patton. Both my kids go to Barrie, and I want you to know that there's something going on here that I have never seen at any other school before. I saw it the first time I walked into a Barrie classroom. Enthusiastic, self-motivated children concentrating intensely on their tasks. A feeling of warmth and mutual respect. A sense of individual freedom joined to high expectations. Barrie is unique. It's a college preparatory school with high academic standards, high test scores, and an exceptionally high rate of college completion. But the students aren't stressed out. There's a feeling at Barrie that's magical, a sense of caring, of community. To help give you a sense of it, I asked students, staff, and parents to talk about Barrie in their own words.
Barrie was founded in 1932 by my mother, Frances Seldin. Mom was an educator and a psychologist who felt very strongly that psychology should be used not to do therapy, not for repair, but to prevent, to try to intervene before a child begins to doubt herself, before a child begins to be confused about what's real and what's unreal in life. What we're trying to do is to empower children, to teach them that they're competent, that they can solve problems, that they don't have to have adults to do everything for them. We're trying to teach kids how to work as a community. Community life's a very important part of the nature of this school. And so our classes stay together for 3 years. The teachers are really much more than presenters of curriculum. They're there as guides, as friends, as mentors.
I feel like the teachers have inspired my kids tremendously. I think that they serve as wonderful role models. I think my daughter, especially my 15-year-old, actually she's only 14, feels a tremendous closeness with them. I feel like she personally wants to work hard for these teachers because she knows that they care about her, and there's that sense of responsibility towards each other.
Respect permeates the school. You're going to hear that again and again. It's all based on the idea that a young child deserves the full respect that you would give her when she was 35 or 40.
I like the lessons that they give because they come through really clearly, and most of all I like about my teachers is that, well, all of the teachers too, you're allowed to call them by their first name, which makes you feel more comfortable, like they're actually your friend.
But they're really helpful. I mean, and they try to tell you stuff in a great way, and they do, it works. And you can really learn a lot from these teachers here. And sometimes they're strict, but they're only trying to help you learn.
They're real nice, they're real calm with us, and they teach us a lot of good things, and we learn a lot.
I have a very special case. My daughter is severely hearing impaired, and I was looking for a school where the student-to-teacher ratio would be small, and it would be a great relationship, otherwise she wouldn't survive. But I was looking for a school which would not do anything special for her. And she went to school here 3 years before she went with Carol and Kenna, and she grew every year. But Carol and Kenna have done something really special for her. Her confidence is way up there. She feels really part of the group. She speaks up on line time, and I have no words to describe what the school has done for her.
I'm touched by the aesthetics, the warmth, the love that kind of just jumps out at you, and yet it's a very busy place. There's a lot of activity, but it's a very structured, organized, a lot of creativity, a lot of discovery going on.
The foundation for all this creative activity is the educational philosophy of Dr. Maria Montessori.
The work that my mother and her associates began and that I've been able to carry on is based on the research of Maria Montessori and Jean Piaget. Montessori believed that we had to start anew. We needed a different way, a different paradigm for organizing a school. which she called a children's house. And what she meant by that was a community of children, run largely by children, in which the emphasis was quite different from a normal classroom, where the goal is to simply go through the motions of passing the tests.
Children are also natural learners. Montessori emphasizes that children really don't need teachers to teach. They need resource people. Children will learn on their own if you provide them with an opportunity, such as an environment that's conducive to learning, to get excited about things. The materials that we take out, get them motivated and enhance learning as well. We build an environment of trust too, so they're confident that they're going to feel good about what they're learning and not intimidated by it. So they have a good time, and we have a good time with them as well.
Our role can also be described as cheerleaders. Isn't this wonderful? Isn't this terrific? Isn't this a fantastic way to pursue this particular topic? And the children really catch the enthusiasm.
Montessori is based on the idea that children are unique, and that the only sensible way to organize a school is to build it around the true personality, the true developmental characteristics of children. And the ultimate developmental characteristic is that they're all different. And so a Montessori school begins with the idea of designing for differences, of trying to be flexible to meet each child as a unique person.
We'll take an activity and break it down into micro pieces so that there are tiny little steps and tiny little successes all along the way. And then all of a sudden the child realizes they've accomplished something that seemed impossibly hard. But because they did it in tiny little successful steps, they got to the other side of long division or learning how to read. And it's just in these comfortable little steps. And it takes real analysis and really understanding the process of how kids learn to be able to do that.
As they get older, Barrie students begin to take on more responsibility for independent learning.
My favorite part about Barrie is the freedom. Well, it's not like you sit on a chair all day and work. You can move around, and you can go to different tables, and you can sit with your friends as long as you don't talk too much. And you can do it really mostly anything, but you have to do work.
You can roam around the place as much as you feel like you feel free.
You can talk and, have fun together and get your work done too.
It really is, it makes it more fun working with other people.
More enjoyable.
In the high school, this sense of freedom and self-reliance is further encouraged through the internship program, in which 11th and 12th grade students work at a volunteer job in community service or in some other field of special interest.
The internship was, I had never really worked. I'd never really had a job before that. So that was my first job. It helped me to become more organized because like I said, I had to do a lot of research, things like that. I had to keep on top of things, and I was never really an organized person before that.
And it was great. I got hands-on experience. I got to see them making shows. I got to be behind the scenes. I got to go on shoots.
Hands-on experience is a key to the learning process at Barrie. This is also reflected in the work of Barrie's specialists.
We have students which are very enthusiastic about their studies and actually come in on their own time and use the Computer Learning Center as a resource to get their work done.
The idea is not to be competitive, but to offer the opportunity to every student to get some experience in something they don't normally get involved with and something they may not otherwise have a chance to get involved with.
Well, the unique thing about the riding program at Barrie is that the entire school is eligible to ride.
My exact favorite thing was the good specialists, like art and PE and things like that.
If I come at a student first with criticism, that's it. They're going to cut me off. They're not going to hear anything else. If I can come at them openly, really reinforcing the positive nature of what they're doing, and then offer a suggestion for another direction or another technique, then they can hear it and go with it.
And Maureen, our music teacher, is real nice because we're doing lots of good songs.
I love the children and the setup down in the music room. It just has wonderful opportunities to expose children to all aspects of music. And it's a very friendly environment in which to work.
The setting is not to be found anywhere else, where you have a creek and a pond. It's all within walking distance. Very healthy, gorgeous trees that change as the seasons come and go. And a classroom situation where the children are outside. It's not a building where you walk down the hallway to music or you walk down the hallway to art. The children are outside a lot, even if they're not playing on the playground.
We talk a lot about our kids growing up to be Erdkinder, which is a Dutch compound word, which means the children of the earth. Erde is the soil, the land, the planet Earth. What that means to me is that a child grows up feeling that she's part of the community of all human beings on the planet. And not only the people who she knows, the people who speak the same language, who have the same religion, the same culture, but all men and women, all over the globe, to realize that we live on this planet together and we have to find a way to collaborate and to live in harmony with one another. So for me, part of what Barrie is the teaching of peace and the teaching of human relationships, of how to find ways of solving problems together.
Here, you don't have to be worried about being lost in the shuffle, so you allow yourself to be friends with people that are different. That's what, you don't have to have a clique, because you don't have to be worried. Be friends with everyone.
We had a new person last year, and everyone adapted to him really quickly, saying hi, making friends. He was friends with everybody, and it's just the way, because everybody knows everybody, and everybody loves everybody, and it all works out. Because everyone's friends.
I like my friends and they go on the playground, play with each other.
In the fall of 1991, Barrie's middle and upper school will be moving into new buildings located in the beautiful woods of Barrie's Lay Hill campus. Tim spoke at the groundbreaking ceremony.
In this step, we begin to fulfill my mother's dream, to build not only new buildings for the middle and the upper school, but to bring Barrie together, as it hasn't been together for more than 25 years on one campus. To build buildings that a great deal of care and thought went into, to create a look and a feel that would delight the spirit and would reflect the philosophy of this school rather than an institutional appearance. Getting kids to a point where they have a sense of awe at nature, a feeling of being directly connected to nature, a feeling of being directly connected to all of humanity. These are things that have nothing to do with textbooks. They have to do with a feeling of reverence, a feeling of community, a feeling of celebration. Of all the things I could wish for a kid who graduates from Barrie, I would wish that she would sit on the shore of an ocean and watch the sunset and smile, to take the time to feel connected to all of life.
I don't think a parent who needs a space, a creative learning environment, yet a nurturing, loving environment for a young child could find a better place.
Is there anything that you'd like to say about Barrie?
It's great. It's cool. Radical. Awesome.
It's fun.